Hey guys, welcome to DankFi. So before I get started, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, investment advice, or any type of endorsement of pretty much these activities. This is just me sharing, information about the public markets in this particular case, crypto, and it's completely of my opinion, not advice, and use it at your own risk. So with that being said, let's get into the video. We're going to look at what happened this week. Looks like we're getting a pretty substantial correction in the crypto market. Bitcoin dropped nearly 10% in the last 24 hours. And so has quite a few other coins. The biggest drop here, BCH, I think Bitcoin Cash. It's actually a pretty substantial drop. Yeah, from almost 1200 here. Got some resistance at 1200 and drop all the way down to 800. And it got a little nice bounce there. All right, so got a little distracted. Wanted to first talk about really what happened this week. If you recall, we had, I guess we could start with Dogecoin here. It's down 10%. And really the overall market's been down 10% in the last 24 hours. And let's just take a look. This is Bittrett's platform. If you guys haven't checked it out, they have a pretty nice charting system. So let me zoom in a little bit. All right, we had pretty much earlier in the week, Elon Musk, I think it was around the 12th. Yes, I believe, yeah. So Monday, got a little attention on Twitter and not a lot of movement. Not a lot of movement, but it was a really nice setup here. I didn't get in. I got in Doge a long time ago, and it wasn't even on my radar. At least particularly last week, it's been on my radar, and it's been kind of quiet. So definitely missed the move here, but it made that first move and set up really nicely for another triangle breakout here. And use the line tool here. So we got a nice trend line there and a nice pennant setup, right? And on the, we got a pretty big, it's almost like a 50 cent. Everybody was shooting for half a dollar eventually for Dogecoin. And it did get as high as 45. I think on Robinhood, they got as high as 48. The arbitrage, the price difference there. But anyways, got a pretty big pullback and is basing out right here at 23, low 20s, right? And you could see it's kind of a triangle on the larger time scale, right? I mean, you just have to see what's going on here. Why did it pump? Elon Musk was one. A bit of the start, but then Slim Jim, they announced an advertising campaign partnership with Doge, and that's what really set it off. So yeah, it went from 7 cents to 14, and 14 again to 30, and just kept going up. So now it's gonna probably do some sideways action. I think they're gonna release on 420 Slim Jim their Dogecoin Slim Jim collection. I don't know exactly what else they have in mind, but that's the hype momentum we're kind of living in right now. That's the current environment. And then also we had Coinbase. So TradingView is another pretty cool stock charting tool. They probably do more. They have other services, but I mainly use them for that. Their chart is free. So Coinbase, they IPO'd I think Wednesday, and I don't think this is actually accurate. There you go. Now it is. So they opened up at 380, right, and dropped, pretty much to 328. It's probably a little bit lower than that. I use a different trading platform. I think it was like 310. So got a little bounce, and I think that sell off from Coinbase pretty much, it took some of the top cryptos down. There was some sell off there. So we'll see how that goes. With the IPOs, normally there's like shares locked in period, and after that period ends, the all the insiders, they want to cash out. They, on their big payday. So how that's going to affect the overall crypto market, uh, we would just have to wait and see. Probably not going to, my guess. And so that's kind of the big news this week in the overall market. And why the sell off now? Dogecoin. There's some frothiness, frenzy going on, right? And then after that, if you look on, you could choose any coin. Look at all the red here. If you look at some of the other coins, what else was going? I know See a Coin, I own some of that. So let's look at. I believe See a Coin is like a data storage coin project. Kind of interesting. I don't remember the details of it, but it had a nice breakout set up here too. And with crypto, a lot of these patterns, these bullish, flag patterns, once the volume jumps in, and you can see here, there's a strong breakout. So normally those are pretty good setups. You can kind of see it's kind of supporting at 4 cents here. So that has been taken off. We're going to talk about, let's take a look at also Ethereum. Wow, down 20%. That's the Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic also has had a strong move along with right after Dogecoin. So I think, actually, I would say right off of Dogecoin, just alongside um, the sympathy typically you see in the market when one asset, in this case crypto, it gets a lot of attention and a bullish pattern set up, and you can see the rising volume. And that's really a good setup and great time to make your entry. And you can see it went from 20 to 50. Very similar pattern as Dogecoin. I hold a little bit myself, and probably with these moves, yeah, you get in the right time, you could do a trade, or if you got in very early, there's really uh, you could sell, you could hold. Uh, there's probably going to be some sideways action for a while. Just kind of like this first move here, when you look at Ethereum Classic, we had a lot of attention in 2021, kicking off with the crypto, right, NFTs and all those things, and you got a good pullback, and then a lot of consolidation, and a setup again for the next breakout. So I anticipate we're going to see some of that towards next week. XRP, I think, was probably before Doge setting the month up, and not sure why I'm having trouble loading XRP. We could also take a look at XRP. On CoinMarketCap. So Yeah, let's take a look at the 7-day chart here. 7-day chart. Yeah, so I do recall they had, I think there was SEC was investigating them. If we look in, yeah, definitely right here. So in the holidays in 2020, they were moving alongside, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then that news drop, they got it hard, dropped from 50s to back to 20s. That's actually a great entry because they just supported. If you got in there, good for you. Because if you held, I got in early. I only spent actually $100 just because I already had some. Threw in another 100. Crypto's kind of a risky. It's getting less risky. Got a lot more attention. But you don't want to throw all your money in crypto. Just what you're, what I'd recommend is what you're willing to lose. But yeah, so it's set up again at that 60 resistance, and after the news broke that they weren't getting, they won their case. It just took off from there, from 60 to 190 and back down to 130. So if we look at the 130 levels, it looks like it's supporting there. It could go back down to even 105s, one pretty much. So when you look at these um, psychological points on the price action, you want to target a dollar, 125, 150. There's the whole dollar, half dollar marks, sometime quarters, right, as a gauge. So again, I think the whole overall what to expect next week. I think we're probably going to see some consolidation, maybe even a little bit further pullback. The only announcement I'm aware of, is 420, Slim Jim, Doge. They have that. There could be more similar announcements for other coins. I think Vechain was another one that I looked up earlier that had some news. So yeah, that thing's just taking off along. Yeah, look at that nice drop there. I think the whole crypto market had a nice little sell off and a bounce. Yeah. So that's an interesting project that has been getting a lot of attention. And another one that lastly I wanted to mention real quick was AmpCoin. So AmpCoin is still pretty strong. I think it did have a sell off with the market and bounced back. $5 support, or 5 cents. I'm sorry, and it probably could make its way to 10. It's another interesting project in the works. With I think it powers the Flexa network. That's um, Stripe for crypto. What's it called? I think Whole Foods and some other retail stores, they've partnered up to use Flex's network. So you could definitely check it out, and definitely has a lot of potential. Thanks guys for watching. That wraps up the video. So going into the week, definitely be careful. Could be more red. Definitely presents could be a good buying opportunity. So be careful out there. And again, crypto is still, although it's garnering more attention and more support and acceptance, definitely a lot of uncertainty. So you don't want to make it your a large part of your portfolio. Just whatever you're willing to risk. And again, this isn't financial advice. This is just what I would personally do in my opinion. So definitely anything you learn from this video, use at your own risk. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Until next time.